occurring. This past Monday, we saw Bronson Reed return to Monday Night Raw. He was alongside The Miz, and I think that there was a lot of internet outcry because he was previously with New Japan Pro Wrestling. He just beat Okada. So I wanted to know, how do you feel about Bronson Reed's return to Monday Night Raw? Do you think that he was a necessary hire? And do how do you feel about this, if you feel anything about it at all?
Well, I'm going to be honest. I did miss that episode, but I do recall him from NXT, right?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure when he got released, a lot of people were actually upset about it because, like, the fans were feeling him. I know, at least with me, I was feeling him. I'm like, okay, like, they're definitely going to do something with this guy. Like, he feels important. You know what I mean? They kind of just, like, pull the plug, and it's like, I didn't get it because, like, he was interesting. Like, he fit in with the big man, but he moved very good for a big man. And he had a lot of personality. And I'm like, okay, like, I want to know what they're going to do with this guy. I think they had to mix him up with, like, was this the era when Swerve was still a singles competitor on NXT?
Yes.
Yeah, that's basically where I remember him from. So, like, I remember matches he had either with him or with other people, but I actually was feeling him. So, I mean, I didn't know what he was doing after he got released. Thank you for the context of that. I mean, if he was any good as I remembered from those 2 years ago, I actually would love to see him again. You said he was paired with The Miz now?
He's paired with The Miz. He appeared on Raw. He was paired with The Miz. There was a ladder match between Miz and Dexter Lumis for like a bag of money. Dexter was at the top of the ladder. Bronson Reed came in and kind of took him off the ladder. And now he's like aligned with The Miz, and he's kind of like, I guess, like his.
I find that interesting. I feel like when they're trying to get a star over and get them over really quickly, attach them to The Miz real quick, just for 5 minutes. Just give him a little rub. They did that with Ciampa. I mean, they put him against Logan and stuff, and with Logan, I like that. I love that for The Miz. He's so great that he's just there to just kind of like usher you in, you know, and just give you a smooth transition. So love that for him. He didn't need it, but love that for him. I'm interested. I'm fine with it. What do you think?
I like it too. And I before I get into my point about Bronson, I wanted to kind of echo your point about The Miz. I feel like The Miz and Dolph Ziggler have kind of served as WWE's main event gatekeepers, because anytime somebody is about to be pushed, you know, into a major storyline or go for a championship, they either have to go through Dolph Ziggler, get paired with Dolph Ziggler, or go through The Miz and get paired with The Miz. And the fact that The Miz and Dolph had a banger of a rivalry for the Intercontinental title, I don't think that's a coincidence. But
watch that again.
It's, oh my God, great story. But now, as far as Bronson is concerned, I really like this rehire. I really like the fact that he's being brought back because he was so talented and because he was just so good in NXT. The fact that he's coming back next to The Miz positions him as a monster heel. And that's a role where I know that he can thrive in, as being the monster heel. He was able to do it in NXT for a little bit, but we didn't get a chance to see it the way that we wanted to because people loved him. And he was able to kind of play to his face side more than his heel side. But in New Japan, we were able to see it a little bit more. And I think that that's just super dope. Like the fact that like he's coming back as a monster heel, and that he's now next to The Miz, who is going to help him along the way and kind of give him the WWE credibility and on-screen kind of notoriety that he deserves. Because when The Miz is on screen, you're on screen. When you're on screen, The Miz is on the screen. So you're his like security, or is he your mouthpiece? It kind of works both ways. And, you know, Miz is really good on the mic, so that's not necessarily a bad thing. Now, as it pertains to Bronson Reed leaving New Japan for Raw, there was like a lot of unnecessary backlash about it, and it's just weird. Oh, New Japan, they positioned him to beat Okada. Why would he leave for WWE? I'll tell you why. Money.
Spill, Jordan. Spill.
Money, bro. Like, I hate this idea that wrestlers have to be subjected to our creative desires when they have their own personal lives that they want to lead. The bag is bigger. End of story. What are we talking about here? That's the reason why you leave. The bag is bigger. I'm pretty sure that maybe not, that Jonah still has a good professional relationship with New Japan. I'm sure that he is gratuitous for all that they have done for him. I'm sure he is gratuitous for the fact that he beat Okada. But like, bro, like cats don't want to be out here getting concussions in the middle of Osaka when they want to be on mainstream television getting the bag.
Oh, period. Because like, look at Ibushi. Like, he's still
A
going
bunch
through
of
it.
them, like Kenny Omega was recovering from vertigo that he got in New Japan, and this is not even a stab at New Japan. I love New Japan Pro Wrestling. I love their style of matches and the way that the guys wrestle over there. But you got to understand that everything ain't for everybody. And like, if you got a bag on the table, you get the bag. At the end of the day, wrestling, is a young man's game. You don't know how long you're going to be in the game for. You want to stack up as much as you can,
Word.
and do what you need to do so that you can ensure your personal longevity and well-being. But just this idea, I don't understand why he left New
I don't
Japan
know,
when New
30
Japan,
minutes to an hour for half the bag or a 10 to 20 minute match for
right?
double the bag. I
For,
mean, come on.
like, come on now, like it. And the funny part about it is that, like, think about like your personal job, right? If you were at a job that you liked, but there was a job that was offering you more money, wouldn't you go and you take that money? You like
Yep.
that job too. You like what it has to offer. You like the benefits. You would take that money, right? Yeah. So why is it any different when a wrestler wants to leave one company for another and it's possibly for money? Stop criminalizing wrestlers for taking the bag. It's okay. Like, it's okay. If you would do it if you were in that position, but I didn't mean to go off. But
No, I feel you, bro.
I didn't mean to, but comment below. Let us know your thoughts about Bronson Reed returning to Raw. But we're moving on. So